Mobie Sage, Joseph, what's up, guys? Dave, what's going on? Pooch, Mobie Kid. Welcome to Mobie's March AMA 2023. My name is Brandon Burgason. I'm the CEO and founder of Mobie. If any of you don't already know, I'm pretty sure you do. Anyways, just want to go through. I'll make it another brief one. We're still in the process of stripping some things back in the app. We have a plan in place. We've been meeting with our teams, dev team, to get all that kind of planned out. We've also worked on the restructure, the new economics, the new valuations for the raise. We've making some concessions here in order to bring in capital and bring in the right people. So we're doing a company restructure at the moment in order to bring in potential other members of the team, and so we can attract some people to come on. We're going to be looking to hiring some of our team members as soon as we can get. We have a plan of the capital and strategically where that's going to go, how we're going to get to users, how we're going to get to revenue. We are going to be not like everything in the app is going to be. Is a lot of the functionality is still going to be there, guys. It's just that we're going to change the user interface to be simplified for the mainstream consumer. Even though we'll have the wallet infrastructure already kind of built in, it'll just be kind of, I would say hidden is the right word, but we just don't want to make the user experience confusing. We know exactly who our demographic is that we want to go after. This kind of phase one, and then phase two, we're going to be kind of more of an advanced feature. We're going to be rolling out more of the wallet functionality more of the wallet functionality that's already there. In another phase, again, it'll still be in there in phase one. It'll just be hidden. We're still working on it with the UX and UI to do that. And the ideas that we have so far have really kind of, from the feedback that we've already gotten from some people, are great. It's just a simplified version. We've updated our deck for investors to be very simplified. We're just calling it cashback payments. People that can, we're going to be changing a lot of things. You're going to see in the app updating. We're going to go from 2% to 4%, and then hot deals are going to be 5% cash back on cash. And we're working with the onboarding flow, so there's going to be no KYC to just download the app. That's kind of the phase one. We're calling it the basic, and then there's an advanced, which is the more of the wallet features that we just mentioned. But the basic will be people just name, email address, phone number, and connecting their bank account. And that bank account will then be used so they can go shopping, they can earn cash back. So we're basically telling people they can earn 5% cash back, 4% at the lowest, which is great. It still works within our business model to be profitable. We've talked to a lot of people. We've been testing it around with we've been testing the app. We've been utilizing it. We've been talking to people, talking to the consumers, and the feedback that we're getting is 5% cash back, even 4% is great. And it looks like the people that want to invest in a company like that as well. They like that it's stripped down. It's not as convoluted. We're not boiling the ocean. We're not trying to do everything all at once. We're just going to be focused on this. And again, we're going to be rolling out all these other things later, but just the messaging to investors and the messaging to our consumers is going to be a very simplified version, really kind of taking out crypto from the messaging. But again, it's still going to be on the app. Nothing's going to be really changing. We're just hiding some of the functionality and features just for this kind of phase one. Just to get it launched. And so that's kind of the restructure. We spent a lot of time doing this over the past couple months, and we're just working with different teams in order to put this in place. For those that have asked, Mobie Coin, we're doing, we obviously that's a part of the rewards functionality that we're looking to build in. So we're still figuring out how that would look like in the app. We do have a place for that we are planning on. It's still not fully designed yet and fleshed out of how that would all work. So I can't comment too much on that, but obviously it's an important utility that we want to make sure that is in this version of the app as we re-release. So that's that on the updates. We are still talking with Wire. We are still trying to get them to work on their KYB. We have found a solution to do the compliance portion of the front end, similar to the KYC compliance front end that we used. But they're in just kind of, not, I would say survival mode, but they're currently just managing their current client base, making sure their customer base now, they're not taking on any new customers. They're just making sure that they can restabilize. And then we're looking to have those conversations with them about KYB. It's unknown when they're going to be able to roll that out because of where their focus is and their mandate with that injection that they had. So that's kind of putting a pause on some things. That'll pause on the international outreach. We're just going to be focusing on, just cashback rewards, shopping at the retailers. And then as KYB comes about, we'll be working with them. We also have another provider that we've already kind of looked at with the downturn when they kind of the rumors of them going out of business. So we have another custodian and provider that does do KYB. Unfortunately, there's a lot of cost and a lot of time into doing that. So we're still evaluating which route we're going to go. And we are still working with VEUIT, and that is still on the table. They're still working on integrating us, but the KYB is a big portion of that. So we're looking at some workarounds in the short term until we can get that fixed. We know there's a solution. It's just time and money, and so we're working on that with some of our partners to try to figure out what the best approach for us is. So that's that on the where we're at with kind of the tech. The direction, all that good stuff. One thing, I'm not sure if all of you are aware, we did add Nordstrom. I believe Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack both work. So we have Nordstrom Rack, Cheesecake Factory, and Abercrombie and Fitch. So those are great. We are still having some other really, really big companies that were in approval, but we need to actually utilize the app and get more sales on the app and start to get users in order to onboard some of these new big retailers. And when I mean big, they're very, very big. And so we have another probably 17 in the pipeline that we're looking to release in this tranche. So again, we're working on that. We'll keep you posted, but at least we're making some progress on some new retailer releases. One other thing I was going to talk about here is just kind of where we're at on some of the bugs. Unfortunately, there was some third-party. We have some third-party providers, including Wire, and when they update their endpoints, it can cause a domino effect in some of the code that we have. So it took us a while to figure out what was going on and to go and research what was causing these errors. The first one I'll address is the OTP issue. That was not caused by any dev side. We did migrate from one Twilio account to another, and international. There was a setting that was deep inside of it that was only for US and Canada. So we found that problem. We got in contact with Twilio, and that was fixed. And now all OTPs for the global should be working. So if there's any other issues there, please reach out to support at mobie.io, and we'll take care of that. The other thing that has been fixed on the back end, for at least we think it has been fixed, is the Plaid connection. There was unfortunately some issues between Plaid and Wire, and some things are happening that if the name doesn't match exactly, or it's Chris instead of Christopher, or there's a D that's on the bank account, like a middle initial D, it causes an error. So we're working on a solution on that. We think we've got it. We're in the middle of testing right now. And so we're going to be pushing that. We have some other updates that we've done on the back end. There's also some metadata issues that we have received from registration for new users. So we're getting that fixed. So there's a bunch of these legacy issues. As everyone can see, we did fix the withdrawal. There was withdrawal script that went down, so we fixed that, and that allowed for everyone to withdraw. So a lot of these big issues have been fixed on the back end. Right now, it's currently in QC with our front end team, and then our front end team is pushing it to test flight testing. And as soon as that's ready, we'll be pushing another update to the app. And this one's going to be important because this one will allow us to start to onboard some of these users. We're going to do more of a guerrilla marketing style. We're going to be like boots on the ground. Me and some other members of the team will be on the boots on the ground, working, standing in front of these stores, talking to people, really kind of going after and getting the market feedback on the app. And start to utilize it and making sure that we have the user experience where it needs to be over the next month or so then we can start to implement those design changes on the new updated version of the app, which we plan on starting here this month. So we're still waiting on some other things to determine when we can start. We have the budget in place. Now we're just looking to move forward. We have the front end budgets already taken care of. So anyways, we're moving forward on that front. So that's all good. Let me just pause there a minute, see if we have any questions so far. Yes, the VEUIT partnership is definitely still on. I'm still with the VEUIT team. And we're working with them. There's a lot of things going on in the background with VEUIT. So right now, VEUIT is they're delayed as well. So it kind of helps us in a way because we're also delayed. The KYB is as a blocker right now, but we do have a couple of test accounts with Wire for businesses, and Wire has said that they are open to just doing maybe 10 to 15 a month businesses, which would be fine for testing for the time period. So anyways, we're still working on that partnership. There's another partnership that came across our table this week, another Web3 company that could potentially bring a significant amount of users. I'm not going to speculate on the number, but they need a wallet solution that they can actually buy crypto. And so that may be something, again, that an opportunity, but not really a focus of ours right now, as we need to strictly focus on getting this new version of the app released and the messaging tightened up so we can continue to raise the money. We know exactly what we need to raise. We know exactly what our burn is going to be. We know exactly how many users we're going to need to get in order to sustain our monthly burn and yearly burn. So all that's been dialed in. We're revamping our business plan. And we do have some interest from investors now that the valuation is where it is. The terms are better. The messaging is better. We have a quicker path to revenue. It's not convoluted all over the place. We're eliminating the crypto blockchain from our messaging. Again, it's still, the infrastructure is there. When the time is right, we will re-implement that stuff. So nothing is generally changing, but that's really kind of where it's just a messaging and interface change for the app. All right, let me see here what else we got here to chat about. So we have that. Yeah, so I mean, those are really kind of the updates, guys. We are pushing forward. It is tough. The market is tough overall. We do see light at the end of the tunnel. We're all still doing everything we can possibly do. Unfortunately, just there's some other compensating factors and things that we cannot control. Mainly the market and the trailing effect that's happened through two black swan events this last year that have kind of pushed us into this hole. So we're determined to get out of it. There are restructuring things that we're looking at to do whatever we need to do to keep things moving forward. But the focus on this, I believe, is going to be the best approach for us. And so, anyways, it's a decision that we've collectively made as a team, and we will continue to move forward and progress as much as we can, and we'll keep you guys apprised of some of the updates that are going to be going on. But do expect an update in the app being pushed forward, and we need to really kind of a lot of people, like the negative sentiment obviously is not helping anything for investors that are looking to come invest in Mobie, or team members that are looking to come into Mobie. So I would suggest that the community can do whatever they want to do to help bring positivity and light, even though we're in a down market. A lot of the stuff we can't control, but we are doing our best. So again, if everyone wants the project to continue to move forward and exist, then we need to make some significant changes on the community side of things. Otherwise, it's just becoming more and more of a liability. Having the community out there and just all the FUD and everything doesn't help anyone. So I'm doing my best, but it's hard to roll everything uphill when there's just so much opposition on that side. So again, would appreciate you guys, just collectively working together to, band around whatever we can. I know that there's not great. I'm being as transparent as I possibly can about where we're at. But we do have some partnerships in place that could significantly change the direction and the trajectory that we're going. And we're working on everything that we can to do that. We also we're taking a lot of things off of our plate internally to focus on this, which means we're going to be bringing in operating partners for the Broke Boys team and capital partners there. So that bandwidth is not sucked up by the current Mobie team. Is more just a portfolio asset for us, and kind of a strategic long-term play. So working on bringing team members into that, operation partners into the Broke Boys kind of acquisition on the Mobie Lab side. And then also working on building out the team for the payment side, really focus on the app. We're even talking to potential, coders, CTO level people to come in and to help us really kind of get this app launched properly and whatnot. We have all the good data from the beta. We want to reduce the friction from the KYC process to just getting them to download the app, connect their bank account, and start shopping as quickly as possible. That's the goal. We can add all these great things later. We will be removing staking in app for now. So I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but that is on the target to be removed just in light of the legislation that's came down. So the in-app staking, when the new rebuild comes out and the new user interface, that's not going to be there. There's some things that are not going to be showing for the time being. Doesn't mean they can't be. We're not deleting them from the app. It doesn't mean that they won't come back in the future, but just right now we're just stripping everything down to simplify it as much as possible. So thanks, Mr. Carrot. Appreciate you, man. It means a lot to me, doing everything we can. No, we have not got funding, but we have got other resources specifically for this raise. We've gotten a little bit here and there, and we have some other resources in place to rebuild the front end of the app. So that's good. We're going to continue to fund, and we have some irons in the fire there. We restructured our deck, so that's being finalized. Our financials, our data room, so we can go out and do that. So we haven't got the total funding that we needed, but we have gotten some, and we're going to continue to press forward on that. Yes, Larry is still he's still helping manage the bridge. A lot of the team members are kind of just on utilizing them when we need them, obviously to lower our burn, and that's the only way that we can stay sustainable right now. But he is still very much in the team. As you see, the bridge was fixed. We had some maintenance that we had to do on it. It did go down, but now it's back up. So everything should be working. We're going to be working on all these little bugs just so we can get to the app to a place that we can, start to onboard users and start to test more. But anyone that you guys can get to utilize the app, download the app, provide feedback, that's going to be the biggest help that anyone can do right now, and just utilizing it to buy stuff in store and online. So, and I'd love any feedback from you guys. You can send the feedback to info@mobie.io. But other than that, I think we're good for today. If you guys have any other questions, feel free. Thanks, Joseph. I'll check out buying.com. We're doing our best to move as quickly as possible in this bear market. We do have some strategic plans but as of right now, our focus is just getting investors in and getting users. So investors and users. That's all we care about right now. In the least path of resistance to doing that. We're not trying to boil the ocean and do everything that we say we can do. But that's that for now, guys. So anyways, really enjoyed this. And if you have any other questions, I'll do my best to answer, but we're still in the middle of a lot of corporate restructuring and taking a lot of time, energy, and effort, not just on the corporate side, just cleaning some things up so we can move forward in a clear path and really make it attractive for investors and team members to come on. So I appreciate everyone's support. Again, let's try to self-moderate the community. If there's anyone that wants to be a moderator that can help, please reach out to me or and let me know if you're able to help with that. We will, once we have it in the budget again, we will be hiring community moderators, and we will start picking up the community as best as we can. But right now, that's just where we're at. So anyways, guys, appreciate you. Again, any questions, just put them in the community channel here, and I'll do my best to respond. But anyways, we'll see you next month.
Hey, thank you for watching to the very end. And before you go, please subscribe to the channel, crank up that like button, drop a comment, and share the video. If you want to join me on the VEUIT platform, the Web3 streaming platform, I'm going to migrate all my content over there and create new content on the blockchain. My referral link is in the description below.